Greetings of the day, dear students. Myself, Dr. Vatsala Sharma, Assistant Professor, School of Legal Studies, David University, Lucknow. Dear students, today I am going to discuss with you a very important topic of subject penology and victimology, and the name of topic is theories of punishment. Theories of punishment. In this topic, we will discuss about the introduction of punishment, object of punishment, and about the theories of punishment. And in the last, we will discuss the conclusion of the topic. So, first we will discuss about the introduction. Punishment is the most prominent feature of criminal law. Every society has its own way of social control for which it frames certain laws and also mentions the deterrent attached to them. Punishment is the consequence of an unpleasant act that the wrongdoer commits. Simply put, the fundamental aim of punishment is to give relief to the aggrieved party and to maintain law and order in society. Punishment can also be termed as the imposition of some form of deprivation by withholding rights that a person is legally entitled to. Now, what are the objects of punishment? Number one, to protect society from mischievous elements by deterring potential offenders. Number two, to prevent actual offenders from committing further offenses. Number third, to root out evils and reform criminals and turn them into law-abiding citizens. Number four, to administrate justice partly by inflicting pain to debtor criminals and others from indulging in crime and partly by reforming criminals. Number five, to maintain rule and regulations for a crime-free country. Theories of punishment generally contain policies regarding the handling of crime and criminals. The theory of punishment deals with the principles on the basis of which punishment is to be given to the offender, with the object of safeguarding a society deprived of law and order. There are mainly four types of theories of punishment: deterrent theory, retributive theory, preventive theory, and the reformative theory. Deterrent theory of punishment. The founder of this theory is Jeremy Bentham, and this theory is based on the principle of hedonism, which says that a man would be deterred from committing a crime if the punishment applied was swift, certain, and severe. This theory focuses on deterring offenders from criminality or repeating the same crime in the future. This theory is a lesson to the members of society who experiences the consequences of that crime. It creates fear of punishment in like-minded people. There should be a nexus between the crime committed and the punishment inflicted for that. While deciding on the punishment, the following should be taken into consideration. Number one, the seriousness of the crime. Number two, the gravity of crime. Number third, impact on the general public. In the case of the state of Himachal Pradesh versus Nirmala Devi, 2017, the court of law had opined that if the crime done is heinous and serious against society, then the deterrent theory becomes more relevant, for those guilty will be punished to deter other prospective offenders. Now, we will discuss about the retributive theory of punishment. This theory is based on the famous saying that a tit for tat, eye for eye, or teeth for teeth. The main motive of this theory is to inflict a similar amount of pain ended by the aggrieved party because of the offender's activity. Put simply, It can be said that every punishment is retributive to a certain extent, for the purpose of punishment itself is to restore peace and harmony in society. Owing to humanitarian grounds, this theory is punishment is not much on the favorable side, for it causes harm to the accused in a greater way. Therefore, the most important thing to consider while awarding punishment is the balance between the aggravating and the mitigating factors involved in the offenses committed. Preventive theory of punishment. Unlike other theories, this theory aims to prevent crime rather than take revenge. This theory is also called the disablement theory. Put simply, we can understand the nature of this theory with a simple example. When we were in school, our teachers used to make the mischievous student stand out of the classroom for disturbing the whole class. This punishment by the teacher prevents other students from disturbing the class due to fear of punishment. In the same way, this theory talks about eliminating the accused from society to prevent the repetition of his crime again. By preventing those criminals, society protects itself against anti-social order in general. Prevention of these criminals can be done by giving them death punishment or life imprisonment. Separation of these criminals from society prevents other prospective offenders from committing crimes. Now, in the last, we will discuss about the reformative theory of punishment. The name of this theory itself implies what its nature has to say. This theory helps to reform criminals, thereby transforming them into law-abiding citizens. Nobody is indeed a criminal by birth. Crimes sometimes happen accidentally or situationally. In this case, the offender should get another chance to rectify his mistake. For this, there is the facility of correctional home, juvenile homes, training schools, and reformatories. The main object of this theory is the rehabilitation of inmates. In the last, we will conclude the topic. The main purpose behind inflicting punishment on the offender accused of an offense is to restore law and order in society. In this process of awarding punishment, both the interest of the aggrieved party as well as the accused needs to be taken into consideration. One must not forget that awarding punishment should be directly proportional to the gravity of the crime caused by the offender. Keeping the same in mind alongside the need to curb crime from happening uh, at a rampant rate in society, punishment needs to be awarded. These theories serve as a jurisprudential value for the criminal justice system to frame punishments according to the crime committed. These theories also have been significant in helping the legislator and the judiciary frame and interpret provisions of punishment respectively for a better tomorrow. Students, here the theories of punishment, topic of theories of punishment is completed. Thank you.